Welcome back to Stubbs Aquatics. As we continue our tour of local ponds and gardens, we're back at my friend Jim's to check out his pond again. But first, we want to look at a pond that Jim built, actually for my neighbor. I've been talking back and forth to Esther about some problems she was having and the solutions with her ponds. And she's known Jim for virtually ever. And Jim agreed to rebuild her Preform pond. So we're going to go take a look at that. I'm really excited to see it because I've really never seen it.
No, you haven't.
You sent me a couple of pictures, which I thought were really cool. But
No,
seeing
you were just too busy to walk next door and check out my work.
apparently,
Yeah.
But seeing in person, a pond compared to pictures is two different things, and I really hope that it shows up well in this video. But first, let's take a look around at your pond because you've made some changes, and I really want to see how the shubunkins are doing, being that a lot of them came from my place.
Yeah.
And
it's kind of like fostering a dog or a cat.
Well,
until you find them a good home.
I don't think you're giving up your dogs.
No. But I'm just saying, having your fish here is like fostering a dog or a cat.
Well, we did lose a couple that we fostered here to the herons.
Yeah.
But anyways, let's go take a look around at the property, and we'll get Jim to tell us what all he's done for the changes and what's working.
Sounds good. Let's go.
I see some changes already, and by the looks of it, you're building a new waterfalls.
Well, anybody that saw this place last year, just seen the box filter I had beside the pond up here.
Yeah,
it was
it's gone.
a solution to a problem, and it was a solution that lasted for a couple of years. I finally got it moved. So I've taken the box filter, it's up on the patio behind my cedars, and I've created that little spillway in between the cedars. Not quite finished yet. I just got to pretty it up. So
It's going to look good though when it's
but
done.
now it's working more the way it was designed to originally, and I don't have to look at that box in here.
Yeah, I can definitely see what you mean about putting the box filter up top. Then
Yeah,
that waterfall is going to look sharp when it's done.
it's in, it's out of the way. Now originally, when I designed this, I had a pressure filter up here.
Right.
Kind of where the sedum is, see where the pipe's coming up, if you sit there. And then I had a hose into that top part before the cascade.
Yeah. It's going to
Anyway,
look good.
so it looked great. It was fine. Then the pressure filter crapped out, put the box filter in its place, and just did a temporary thing. Like I say, it lasted a couple of years. Now it's flowing the way I had originally designed it.
To me, it looks good. And the existing waterfalls has always looked good.
Yeah, I do want to get a stronger pump because I've got more head height now. I want more flow coming over that waterfall. Yeah, they're a little skittish now that you're standing here.
Because they know I want to take some home.
I think so. He's going to catch us and take us out of here.
But I think I know them. Nice to see that red and white one doing well in the big male.
Yep. Yeah, they're all doing well.
Yeah, there's a couple of those really dark ones that I like in there. They may have to go for a visit.
Oh, you mean like the black ones?
No, not the black ones. I know what I'd be doing with those.
Yeah, they got to come out.
A couple of those big female breeders. The one with the long tail.
Yeah. As you do know, they've been spawning on average 3 times a week this summer.
Yeah. They have issues.
They do.
Now for the koi. This is the clearest I think I've ever seen your pond.
I got it fixed up this summer. Am I ever happy?
I can see why.
But I'm happy.
When your water's this clear, and your fish are looking this good.
But you can look at them and you can inspect them and see if there's any issues.
That's the main thing, right?
Yeah.
That's what the one advantage of clear water is. You know when something's going on with your fish.
That's right.
You can see the redness or anything else.
Yep.
And I can't believe your fish aren't eating your lily flowers.
Yeah.
I haven't got
like yours.
I haven't seen one this year, and
No,
usually I get a lot.
Yeah.
Oh well.
They have, however, the water hyacinth destroyed the roots on them, so
Oh, they're just tasty. They're just tasty.
Yep. When you had the water lettuce in there last year and they didn't touch the roots on that.
And they're not as tasty. I see my koi's doing really well.
They are. Blue and blue light.
I can't believe that you got a gourmet from a local fish store, especially in Canada.
Cool.
Hey, it'll be interesting to see how that pattern goes on it.
Indeed, yeah, and what happens with the color.
Whether it fades away or shrinks.
Well, I just hope it intensifies.
It's not going to get any better than it is right now. It may get a little bit brighter.
Like right now, to me, it reads as a very dark red. Like a very dark burgundy.
It's supposed to be like a ruby red.
Mm-hmm.
I think all the bog filters have made a huge change, and all the filtration you've added, whether it's the pressure filters or the totes that you got full of biomedia and filter pads. Now that there's 2 of those and a pressure filter to go with your
yeah, that. We won't talk about that.
Sure, I could throw Aquascape under the bus anytime and it won't offend me at all.
Yeah, not impressed whatsoever with their product.
Well, you know, some stuff I don't mind.
There's some stuff they sell that's okay.
But you know, when they tell you that there should be more than enough filtration for a pond this size,
yep. Wrong.
That would be wrong.
But I will say, I do have very large fish, so I've got a huge fish load in here.
Yeah, you do have
a
heavy fish load, but given the amount of bog filtration, and they are doing great in here, by the way.
Yeah.
Like, look how thick this and lush this is.
These actually came from my friend David.
That'd be nice.
Yep, he grew them in his greenhouse over the winter, threw them in there. They're really amazing.
Arrowheads are doing amazing this year.
Fantastic. They were going yellow by this time last year.
Yeah.
And this Mexican monkey flower, not flowering at the moment, it has gone everywhere.
It does spread. Unfortunately, you know, whether it'll survive or not.
Oh, no,
hopefully.
I'm going to take the pot, which is in here somewhere, into David's greenhouse for the winter. But the stuff is insane. I've hacked this thing back. It's it grows faster than that water mint you gave me last year.
Now, what's this variegated leaf?
I've got the tag in the house. That that isn't a perennial, so it'll stay in here. It's just gotten crowded out by the monkey flower. It should have a lot more red in it too, in the leaf. But it's a nice leaf, nice foliage on it.
And you got some nice more. You got horse's tail, and then
the mare's tail.
Mare's tail, and then I can't remember what this one is.
This here, I hope it's a perennial. I'm not sure, but
I believe it is.
Look on the other side.
Okay, yeah.
Over the rocks into the pond.
Oh, that's what you want.
That's fantastic. It looks so good from over here.
Yeah. Anything to cover the cracks and the crevices in the rocks.
And it sort of softens up the rock.
And that's what you want.
Yep.
It gives it that more natural look.
Yep.
Plus, it's serving a purpose of cleaning your water.
I kind of think I need a bog garden on the other side. Along the edge, just like this.
You might need a pond for your garden. But
and those Irish you gave me a couple of years ago, look at them.
I know, they're huge,
I should go stand over there to see how tall they are in that.
Well, go ahead.
I think they've done very well this year, and especially this cannon.
Yeah, that's gone crazy.
That's insane.
That's a good 7 feet tall.
Yep. Yep. And it does a great job of hiding the filtration.
And that's the main goal.
Beautiful.
And the koi I gave you bred this year?
The lighter one?
Yeah.
Well, obviously she's a female, and they really beat her up this year.
It happens.
Now my big female, the butterfly, she did not breed this year.
That too happens.
Which I'm kind of okay with.
You've got enough in here.
Yeah.
Now, I gotta ask you, how'd you get the shubunkin in here?
Yeah, and you're the one that pointed it out to me. No whiskers.
No whiskers.
I had the water lettuce in the pond, and I brought some over, so they must have hitched a ride on the roots when
they
I
will.
The
Has that ever grown?
Plant's over.
That probably came over last year.
There's two of them in there. There's a black one, and then the one you can see.
And we'll have to get those out.
So that was last year. I was actually going to take them out, and one evening I got the net in there. She was pretty good. She's coming around on top of the net. I just couldn't get her quick enough. That was before you went away. The next thing I know, my fish are flashing and jumping and swimming erratically, and that's like, I got problems. I do believe it was flukes. So I'm glad I didn't get her in there, because she would have infected the shubunkin pond.
Yep.
So that worked out well.
And then you visited some guy that had some pee-pee?
I just took it. He wasn't around, I just took it. But he did tell me to take it if I needed it.
Yep.
I learned a few things too. I had to treat it several times. For instance, I learned that UV rays will neutralize it.
Yeah.
So got it started early in the morning, about 5:45. As soon as the sun was up enough that I could see the color of the water, and I just sat here and watched it for 4 hours. That was successful. I did another one 5 days later, and it's cleaned my water up beautifully. My fish seem happy. It's been a few weeks. There's no flashing, no erratic swimming, no jumping. So I'm pretty happy with it.
And that's the advantage of buying a big container PP, and not from a fish store, but from a water treatment store.
Yep, definitely.
Save a lot of money.
There is one fish in there with some damage to his gill I'm going to get you to look at.
Yep.
But aside from that, everybody seems great.
Oh, we'll have a look at them.
Yeah.
Well, after a quick inspection, I noticed a little bit of gill damage from breeding. It probably snapped off just the end corner. The fish should be fine. We'll just have to keep an eye on it. Well, we're off to see my neighbor's pond that I've been waiting a long time to see. My neighbors Darcy and Esther's lawn is a very well manicured lawn with a beautiful hedge all around it. I've never actually stepped in their backyard before and was pleasantly surprised. Right off their deck, they have this most beautiful little pond. The goldfish pond that's well planted, and well, it was made by Jim.
Well, hi, Chris. Hi, everyone else. This is Esther.
Hey there.
Esther had a preform pond here, maybe half this size. And she decided she wanted a bigger pond. She wanted a few more fish. Wanted it deeper and better for overwintering her fish than what the preform was like. So I came in, we took out the preform, dug this one bigger and deeper, added the waterfall. It was a bit tricky because obviously we're right up against the house, so it's kind of a tight spot to work in, and then there's this walkway on this side. So we pretty much used every square inch we could to give her some nice surface area. When did we do this? April this year? April or May this year it went in. I think it's aging very well. It looks great. Her plants are growing fantastic. I think it was within the first week of putting her fish into this pond, heron came along and wiped them all out.
And yours were the main course.
That's what it was.
Either or. I mean, if had dessert first, I'm not sure.
Anyway, it looks good. Esther's happy with it. We're probably going to make one modification to the waterfall and maybe just widen that cascade a little bit. Aside from that, it's working out really well. There's the pressure filter in behind the mock orange there, which hides it nicely.
Yep.
And where the fountain is, there's also an in-pond filter in there.
Perfect.
I think it's got biomedia in it, and I know it's got a couple of pads in it.
Yes.
Easy to just pull a container out,
Correct.
switch the pads, pop it back in again.
I see you're using alligator decoy. Does that help?
Absolutely. Haven't seen the heron around since we put it in.
Obviously working. What about the heron decoys? You have those up?
Yeah, didn't do anything.
Didn't do a thing. Right?
Probably thought they were females and wanted to breed them. Well, it's thankful that I've got Chris Stubbings and
Who am I?
Stub Aquatics and Jim Bond to help me with my adventure into pondhood.
Mhm.
It's great to have such neighbors
It looks
and
good.
friends. Yeah, I'm very happy with it.
Nice natural look.
Yep.
And it fits in nicely into this little corner of the yard.
Yeah. Now, when we're standing are sitting here and enjoying the evening, mosquito free, of course. We can see the pond, hear the pond, and it's so relaxing. And it's been a great addition to our backyard. Thanks to Jim and thanks to Chris's Aquatics. I love that name, Stubbs Aquatics.
On behalf of myself at Stubbs Aquatics and Vandermeer's for having us over, I'd like to present you a gift card from Vandermeer's.
Oh, thank
so you.
you.
Can go buy whatever you want for the pond or the backyard or whatever else, because they have so much there to choose from.
Chris, what a nice thing. Thank you so much.
You're quite welcome.
I should be thanking you guys for all your help with my pond. I couldn't have done this without either one of you. The phone calls, the emails, all the help you've given me over the last few years. It's been tremendous.
That's what neighbors and friends are for.
Well, and anybody, you know, Stubb Aquatics, give them a shout. He's on YouTube. I mean, let's, you know, call the experts for stuff like this. Don't go to your local corner pet store and ask them because they don't know. Not when the fish guys are in town.
Well, thanks for the kindness.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Well, I want to say thanks a lot for taking me around to the tours,
No
both at your place and for Esther's. Really impressed with the work you did at Esther's.
Thank you.
Looks great. I like the waterfalls. I like how you've hidden the pressure filter.
That worked out very well.
I know she wants to make a few tweaks to it, but
Yeah, just to the waterfall.
we all do every year at your place and mine.
Yeah,
And, you know, you're rebuilding yours right now, so
yeah.
I mean that's normal.
The viewers last summer. That was a big project.
And yeah, and I'll be probably tweaking my waterfalls again next year, and as long as I can still move these fragile bones, I'm going to be tweaking the waterfalls because, I mean, it's all part of the gardening, right?
Sorry, I'm still on the fragile part.
Oh, piss off.
Okay, now, what were you saying?
Yeah, carry on. Anyways, I just want to say thanks again. Remember, if you like this video, hit that like button, think about subscribing, and hit that notification bell.
And don't forget to share this video.
This is my friend Jim here. He knows. Anyways, remember, keep on keeping on, and thanks. We'll see you again real soon.
And thank you, Chris. It's been a pleasure doing a video again. It's been a long time.
Yeah, long time coming, and hopefully we'll get another one in with your neighbor's pond that I can't wait to see.
Yeah. He's about got it done. Took him 3 months, I think. But he is very methodical and takes his time. The final result is actually really nice.
Well, I can't wait to see it.
Yeah, I got some choice words for him and names, and he appreciates that.
Well, that's perfect. Okay, well, thanks again, and remember, we'll see you on the next tour. Bye for now.
Thanks.